There is one question that has been generating serious discussion across Nigeria's political space in recent days. Are moves already underway to strengthen President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's chances ahead of the next election cycle? And if so, how are opposition groups responding? As reports continue to emerge about meetings involving APC governors and growing conversations within opposition circles, many Nigerians are trying to understand what is really happening behind the scenes and what it could mean for the country's political future. Politics is often decided long before election day arrives. Alliances are formed, strategies are discussed, and key players begin positioning themselves years ahead of major contests. That is why recent reports surrounding meetings among APC governors and the reaction from opposition figures have attracted so much attention across the country. Before we go further, if you enjoy balanced political analysis and updates on major developments shaping Nigeria's future, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who want to stay informed. And most importantly, let us know your thoughts in the comment section, because your perspective is part of the conversation. According to various political reports and local accounts, discussions among governors elected on the platform of the APC have sparked fresh debate about the party's long-term strategy. While meetings among governors are not unusual in Nigerian politics, observers have been paying close attention to the timing, the frequency of consultations, and the messages coming from influential figures within the ruling party. Supporters of the APC argue that there is nothing unusual about party leaders meeting to discuss governance, economic policies, party unity, and preparations for future political challenges. They say every major political party around the world engages in planning and coordination, especially when it controls significant positions of power. However, critics see things differently. Some opposition voices believe that recent political consultations could be part of a broader effort to consolidate support around President Tinubu and strengthen the ruling party's position ahead of future electoral contests. These claims remain matters of political interpretation, but they have become an important part of the national conversation. What makes this situation particularly interesting is the reaction coming from opposition circles. Rather than waiting quietly, several opposition figures and groups have reportedly intensified consultations of their own. Political analysts say that opposition parties understand the importance of organization and unity if they hope to challenge an incumbent political structure that already has significant advantages. For many Nigerians, this raises a familiar question. Can the opposition overcome its internal divisions and present a united front when the time comes? That question has followed almost every major election cycle in recent years, and it remains one of the biggest factors that could shape future political outcomes. One of the biggest challenges facing opposition parties has always been coordination. Different leaders often have different ambitions, different regions have different priorities, and different political blocs sometimes struggle to agree on a common strategy. While criticism of the government can attract attention, converting that criticism into a strong electoral coalition is often much more difficult. This is why reports of consultations involving groups such as the ADC and other opposition actors have attracted attention. Political observers say these discussions could be aimed at building stronger alliances, improving coordination, and ensuring that opposition voices remain relevant in the national debate. At the same time, APC supporters argue that the ruling party's strength comes not from secret planning, but from its nationwide political structure, its network of governors, lawmakers, and grassroots supporters. They believe that maintaining unity within the party is essential for stability and effective governance. Meanwhile, ordinary Nigerians are looking at the situation from a different perspective altogether. For many citizens, the primary concern is not which political party gains an advantage. Instead, people are focused on issues that directly affect their daily lives. The economy, inflation, employment opportunities, security, infrastructure, education, and healthcare remain at the center of public discussions. Many Nigerians believe that political leaders, regardless of party affiliation, should focus on delivering results rather than spending excessive time on political calculations. This sentiment has become increasingly common as citizens continue to face economic pressures and rising living costs. Yet politics and governance are deeply connected. The decisions political parties make today can influence policy choices tomorrow. That is why political observers continue to monitor developments within both the ruling party and the opposition. Understanding these movements provides insight into how future elections may take shape and what policy directions could emerge. Another factor worth considering is the role of governors themselves. In Nigerian politics, governors often serve as influential power brokers within their states. They control significant political structures, possess extensive grassroots networks, and frequently play major roles in shaping national political discussions. When governors meet, analysts pay attention because such gatherings can signal efforts to coordinate messaging, strengthen party unity, or address emerging challenges. Sometimes these meetings are primarily administrative. Other times they may carry broader political implications. The challenge for observers is separating confirmed facts from political speculation. This is where careful analysis becomes important. Political rumors can spread quickly, especially on social media. Claims may circulate widely before they are verified. As a result, citizens are encouraged to approach dramatic political stories with caution and rely on credible reporting whenever possible. Still, the growing discussion surrounding APC consultations and opposition responses highlights an important reality. Nigeria's political landscape is already evolving. Even though the next major electoral cycle may seem distant, many political actors are clearly thinking several steps ahead. Opposition groups understand that waiting until the final stages before organizing could put them at a disadvantage. Likewise, ruling party leaders understand the importance of maintaining cohesion and addressing internal disagreements before they become larger problems. Political analysts often describe this period as the positioning stage. It is a time when alliances are tested, relationships are strengthened, and future strategies begin to take shape. Much of what happens during this stage may not immediately attract national attention, but it can have significant consequences later. As discussions continue, Nigerians will be watching closely to see whether opposition parties can build stronger cooperation, whether the APC can maintain internal unity, and whether emerging political movements can influence the broader national conversation. One thing is certain: the political environment remains dynamic. New alliances can emerge. Existing partnerships can change. Unexpected developments can alter calculations, and public opinion can shift rapidly depending on economic conditions and government performance. That is why developments like these generate so much interest. They are not just about politicians meeting in conference rooms. They are about the future direction of the country, the balance of political power, and the choices that voters may eventually face. As the story continues to develop, it will be important to focus on verified information, credible reporting, and substantive issues that affect Nigerians across the country. Political strategy is important, but so are the policies and decisions that shape everyday life. If you've made it this far, let us know what you think. Do you believe these political consultations are simply normal party activities, or do you see them as part of a broader strategy for future elections? Share your views respectfully in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with friends and family who follow Nigerian politics. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll continue bringing you updates as more details emerge.